Get out. Just kidding, you guys. What's up, dog? Let's talk about this now, because I saw what Israel Adesanya said, and I was like, wow, dude, you know what? Now I do want to see a rematch. Immediately. So we're going to talk about that. Then I'm going to go through Twitter, and I'm going to show you guys some other hilarious tweets of people who are hating on Izzy. I'm sorry, hating on Strickland, which is super fun. I love hating on idiots on Twitter, man. It is so fun because they're such morons. They are so stupid. It's embarrassing. Now, since you guys have been waiting, you guys were already here waiting as soon as I got on, I will tell you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the Izzy thing right out of the gate. But first, we got to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Yo Kratom. Look at this. It's liquid gold. Actually, it's powdered gold, and it is $60 for a kilogram of that, which is 5 times cheaper than you will pay anywhere else. YoKratom.com gets to you in 2 days. You'll love it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Like this stream, because that's what's up, dude. That is what's up. Let's go. All right. So here is why. Here is exactly why I want to see a rematch now. Izzy came out with a statement where he was like, because I was on, like, so just to state my original opinion, I was like, you know what, dude? Izzy lost to Pereira, won the title again, lost to Sean. He's 1-2 in his last 3 fights. Like, why would he get another rematch? Let's just do this. Let's have him fight Dricus. You have the winner of Costa and Hamzat fight against Strickland for the title. And then the winner of that fight fights the winner of Izzy and Dricus. That made all the sense in the world to me. Then I did a lot of thinking about this, talking about it for the last 2 days. And then also Izzy put out that statement where he was like, everybody that's hating, just keep on hating and then watch me rise. And I thought about that. And I kind of put it into my, I put it into like my MMA narrative bank. And here's the thing, dude. Why is UFC the best sport in the world? Why is MMA the best sport in the world? And UFC being the best organization of all? It's because you get to see human beings tested in their absolute most trying and terrifying environment. And you get to see whether or not they're going to come through and how they're going to perform under tremendous pressure. Okay, so the reason why the Pereira and Israel Adesanya fights were so incredible was because of the backstory and the narrative. Okay, like there's a movie there. Izzy had fought Pereira twice and had lost both times. In the first MMA fight, he's winning the entire time. He gets caught again the third time with Pereira. Comes out in the fourth one. Everyone knows there's absolutely no way that he's going to get another shot. If he doesn't win this one, he comes out, starches him in the second. Incredible. One of the greatest moments in the history of the sport. Wow, wow, wow. Then he's supposed to fight Dricus in this enormous fight that he has done an incredible job building up. When Dricus, can't fight, he throws Sean Strickland in there. Sean Strickland is completely written off. Everyone knows there is no way Strickland can win this fight, including Izzy, because he guaranteed that he would win, right? He guaranteed that he would win. The UFC knew for sure he would win, which is why they made the fight, etc., right? But now, okay, after the fight and then really thinking about it and then seeing everybody hate on him, everybody's embracing Strickland and then really thinking about Izzy. Izzy got broken in that fight, right? Like he didn't just lose. He got broken. That has never happened before. It's not that he just got beat. So like I talked about this in a couple of my videos where I was like, okay, so he's never gotten beat like that. Yes. Thomas Betters, thank you for the super chat. I will come right back to this. So it's like I said, Gadget Beard, thank you. I'll come back to that one too. So I was saying like he's never gotten beat like that before. He's gotten beat on getting caught, but he had always actually kind of won the fights and then one loss at 205 where he got taken down. And in this one, he lost a 5-round decision. But the thing is, he didn't just lose a decision. He got broken. And if you really think about it, like in the 5th round, he was broken. He didn't try to finish the fight. He couldn't try to finish the fight. He got walked down and battered, beaten. And the fight ended with Sean Strickland screaming in his face, humiliated and broken, to where Izzy had no answers. He knew he had no answers, and he's just looking up at the clock, waiting for the fucking time to run out with this guy that he completely wrote off, having beat the shit out of him in front of the entire world. Okay, so when I saw Izzy's statement where he was like, when Izzy goes, yeah, everybody just keep hating on me and watch how I rise. This rematch, like I said, I don't see how he wins a rematch because he had no answers for Sean. But what if he does? What if he fucking came back and he beat Strickland after that ass shellacking? That would be incredible. And if Strickland beats Izzy again, that would be incredible. And so when now I think about like, okay, what's the highest stakes scenario that you could have for the next middleweight title fight? There isn't one bigger than that. There's not one that has a better narrative. There's not one where people's lives are on the line like that. If Izzy loses a second time to Strickland, what's he got there, dude? It's like for the absolute highest stakes, that's the fight, in my opinion. Because if you do let's say Costa and Hamzat fight, and let's say Hamzat wins, and then he goes and fights Strickland. That's like, how is that as high stakes as Izzy trying to come back after a 5-round shellacking where he got straight up broken in the last fight? You know what I mean? How are the stakes higher there? You know, they're not. Anyway, but dude, listen. I do love him fighting DDP. I love him fighting Drickus next. I'm not going to complain about that. But the stakes are higher if he does Strickland. Thomas Betters, thank you very much. I know that you saw Volk did media at the pay-per-view this weekend. He said he wants Topuria next before Islam. Been saying this on your page before Bryce Mitchell fight and new. I don't understand the question. Like he said he wants. I mean, I would love to see him fight Topuria, and I also would love to see him fight Islam Makhachev. If what you're saying and new, if you're saying that you think Topuria beats Volkanovski, there is no way I'm picking anybody. There's no way I'm picking anybody over Volkanovski until Volkanovski shows that he has a weakness, you know? Like he's literally destroyed every single person he has fought in the UFC, destroyed them. He got caught once by Holloway in the second fight, in the second round, and that's it. Aside from that, he has literally beat the shit out of everybody. He had very close fights with Max, but he's only gotten hurt once. I can't pick against Volkanovski. Thank you for the super chat. Gadget Beard, thank you. His dog died mentally. He wasn't in the fight, hence the John Wick tweet. His dog died a long time ago, I think. I'm pretty sure that he died. His dog died a long time ago. I did like that tweet, though. That was awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Urban Paradise, thank you for the super chat. Did you see the short Strickland poster where he was duct? I did. We're just duct taping the UFC belt because he already broke it. Dude is hilarious. I know he is hilarious, and I think the entire thing of him being so kind of flippant about the belt is also hilarious and completely right on brand. I just did a video for the members only section where I was going through tweets because they're just endless, dude. They are literally endless. Seth Henry, thank you very much for the super chat. Urban Paradise, thank you for the super chat. But like if you go to Twitter and you're looking for people hating on Sean Strickland, you just search like Sean Strickland Nazi, you know, Sean Strickland racist. And it's like there are so many stupid tweets to respond to. It's absolutely endless. And so I was like, here, I'll show you guys. They're just endless, dude. Seeing Sean Strickland's ultra MAGA racist ass laid out warms my heart. Oh, that's from July 22nd. F Sean Strickland, that racist bitch. Sean Strickland beats the crap out of that disgusting black racist Israel Adesanya takes. And some of them are so racist, dude. Some of them are they sound so racist themselves. Mike Morrison, that is an incredibly generous. Thank you very, very much. The stakes can be higher with the doggy bender, but that doesn't mean it will be the most entertaining or enjoyable fight from the fans' point of view. I agree with that. Thank you very much, dude. That is incredibly, incredibly generous, and I appreciate you very much. Thank you. I agree with this take, dude. I agree with this take. It's not necessarily okay, hang on. So if we're talking about like what's the most entertaining fight for the fans, I don't know. Because like for me, Like, I don't know, dude. Like when a guy's life is on the line, that's where I'm watching, just like where I'm just, chewing through my fingernails, just super, super nervous, just dying. You know what I mean? Like just super, super nervous where I'm like, fuck, man, if he can't get this done, his life is over. Like, and honestly, for Strickland, Strickland has nothing to lose. If he lost the second fight to Izzy, he just, all that happens is he gets a third fight with Izzy, most likely. Like they have to do the trilogy because he beat his ass so hard the first time. But you know what? After this one, I'll tell you, I'll go through. I want to go through what fights exist for Strickland at middleweight, because it's like, dude, when someone has run through the division the way that Izzy has, it just makes that division so exciting for a while once that guy is gone, right? Greg Schuster, thank you for the super chat. Izzy, watch me rise, applies peanut butter to scrotum and releases the hounds. Oh, that reminds me, we got to send out these Ridge wallets this week. As a matter of fact, let me put that into my calendar so I don't forget. We will get those out this week. If I don't put things in my calendar, it does not get done. Send Ridge wallets. And anybody who is expecting them, like I said, we'll send them out this week. Boop. It repeats every day so that, boom, boom. Okay. Oops. God damn it. Come on. There we go. All right. So, Tonto, thank you very much. Islam's teased going for double champ status. How do you like his chances against Leon and Colby? He's a tough go for either of those two guys, honestly. That's what I honestly think. He's a tough matchup for either of those guys. He's just so hard to hit. And it's like with Colby, if you take away Colby's ability to grapple, or like have some kind of grappling advantage, and he's trapped on the feet. I mean, he had great fights against Kamaru. I don't know, dude. It's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Islam deals with someone who's longer and taller, because Volkanovski had pretty good success across the board. I don't know. It's really hard to say, dude. The Volkanovski fight throws such a huge wrench in evaluating Islam Makhachev, because in my opinion, what that demonstrated is how good Volkanovski is. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought I was looking at. Is like people were just like, oh, it looks like Islam is beatable. And I'm like, dude, it looks like fucking Volkanovski is the number one pound for pound guy in the world. That's what I see. You know what I mean? That is what I see. Just join. Is it serious or a joke? Meaning, do you actually think there should be an immediate rematch of Strickland and Izzy? Yes, I do. And the reason, again, is just because of this. I saw Izzy come out today and he was like, everybody keep running your mouth and then watch me rise. And I thought about how the stakes of that rematch would be so enormous for Izzy, and the fact that he had absolutely no answers for Sean. It's like, think about it like this, dude. When he fought Pereira, even the Miami one, right? Like, or go back to the original UFC one. There's every reason to think that Izzy will win, right? Because they've seen him dominate, Pereira on the feet previously. So, like, why wouldn't he win, right? Why wouldn't he win? All he has to do is just put it together in MMA. Pereira has very limited experience. And then they go 4.5 rounds, and then Pereira catches him, kicks his legs out. And then at the end of the fight, he ends up losing. So in the rematch, there's every reason to think that Izzy will be able to win this one if he just holds it together. Okay. He had absolutely no success against Strickland whatsoever. None. Zero. No success. Had absolutely no success. Did not hurt Strickland. Did not scare Strickland. Did not shake Strickland off of his game. Nothing. And I realized that's why people were like, well, why would we want to see a rematch? And I'm saying because I do believe that Izzy completely looked past Strickland. That's the only way that he got this fight booked, was he guaranteed victory to the UFC. That in and of itself just demonstrates he was looking past him. Oh, what? How is he going to win? How's he going to win? Everybody's thought the same thing, including Izzy. So he looks past him and then he goes in. He gets his fucking ass kicked. He gets broken in front of the entire world. And to think about that and then go, okay, so what happens in a rematch? Like, if he trains for Strickland as if his life is on the line, what happens? I'm curious, personally. That's why. Next one, R. Bailey. Thank you very much, sir. We're based here, right? Of course. Then why do we want the CCP sellout to shine and get a spotlight, weakening our youth with his platform, painted nails, cartoon porn, cringe dances, awful fashion, mind poison? I don't have a good answer for that, dude. I don't have a good answer for that. I really genuinely try, as much as I use this platform to kind of talk shit on politics and humiliate idiots on Twitter. But like, as far as the actual fight game, I try to not factor politics into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious, like, because I mean, listen, I could tell that we are certainly aligned on how we see the world. But like, when it comes to who's going to fight who, I just, I want to see how he comes back. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that we're aligned. And I will demonstrate that when I go over to Twitter in a little bit and we start making fun of these fucking idiots again from Twitter. Gadget Beard, thank you very much. Transsexuals, a big risk. I'm just kidding. TS, a big risk for Izzy to take the rematch. It's a big rematch. It's a big risk for Izzy to take the rematch and lose. If he loses, where does it leave him? Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly what my point is like, the stakes are so fucking high for Izzy if he does an immediate rematch. And you know that Izzy, that Dana wants to make the rematch. And so he's probably going to have to, right? It's not like Izzy came out and he was like, I want an immediate rematch. Like, Izzy was like, fuck, I wish I had sunglasses up here. Izzy came out just like, I have nothing to say. I need Eugene to step up. He's smarter than I am. And then he went on the van. He probably thought about it a little bit and he was kind of like, fuck, man, shit. I gotta say something. And then he was like, I gotta put me first, Lucius. And he looked crazy. He looked crazy and broken. He got broken in there. I want to try Sheath Underwear, but I'm only 5.5 inches. Flaccid or hard? Because flaccid, that's pretty good, dude. G Starma, you are a member, good sir. Thank you, dude. Izzy isn't very deserving, but two compelling arguments for a rematch. One, Izzy had to really convince UFC to even agree to get Sean the fight. Two, I want to see Sean get paid. That's true too, dude. That is an excellent point. If you're a fan of Strickland, if you're a genuine fan of Strickland, I hadn't even thought about that. That is a fucking great point, dude. Because I think a lot of the people that are saying that they don't want to see a rematch, well, I don't know about a lot. Well, some people probably are fans of Strickland. They're like, fuck that. He won. Why does he have to fight him again? And I don't disagree with that take. But I will say that when it comes to this, for sure, the biggest payday would be an Izzy rematch. And he'll get paid, son. Big time paid. I think the base... If I was going to get, I don't know this for sure, but I think the base for someone with just a kind of standard run of the mill UFC contract that they haven't negotiated as the champion, I think is like a $500,000 base plus pay-per-view. And he would get a lot of pay-per-view points or a lot of money for the pay-per-vview. Yuzefa, thank you for the super chat. Good sir. I rewatched the fight last night. I actually think Sean is faster than Izzy in the boxing department. Do you agree? I thought that if you're looking at pure, I don't know about like faster's hard. It's like Sean, boom, boom. If you throw strikes like that, they are very fast from here to target, and that is definitely how he throws punches. So, yeah, I don't know. It depends on how you measure speed. Like if you had Sean Strickland, I don't know. Like if you had Izzy and Strickland stand side or like individually, like kick a bag. and then you put it in slow motion to see who from first movements shin hit the bag first, I would guess it would be Izzy. But that's like a perfect example of martial arts technique trumping athleticism. I mean, Izzy, I'm not saying that Izzy's, or no, actually I am. I'm saying like Izzy is probably more athletic naturally than Strickland, but Strickland's boxing technique is very, very pure on his 1-2. So there's certainly some validity to that statement for sure. Izzy is the second male to fudge pack a dog. Times End. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to guess that there are more people that have fudge pack dogs than Izzy and whoever the other person is. Mike Morrison, thank you again for the super chat. This is overly generous. I appreciate you very much, good sir. Thank you. But you don't get a rematch after getting your ass kicked and underestimating your opponent. You go to the back of the line. He is 1-2 in his last 3. Come disappear. P.S. I've been looking for a friendly role at Six Blades. Just a 15-year purple. Dude, come over. I'm there every fucking day. I'll be there in an hour and a half at headquarters. Come on down, son. Come on down. I'll be there at 6 today for 6 o'clock class at UFC or Six Blades Austin. So, but yeah, dude, like on the, you don't get a rematch after getting your ass kicked and underestimated. I mean, I see your point for sure, but like I don't know, dude, like we can't pretend that like the rules are the same for everyone. You know what I mean? It's like, they should be, right? But they're not, they're not. Like, here's the other thing. Usually when someone loses the title, they don't win it back. There's that too. Like usually when someone loses the title, they don't win it back. Izzy lost the title and immediately won it back. That doesn't happen very often. I'm trying to, like Amanda Nunes did it. GSP did it. So you're talking about like 2 all-time greats that did it. It's really a fucking weird situation. It's a weird situation that's never happened before, because like when GSP did it, he didn't lose again like forever. When Amanda Nunes did it, she didn't lose again, period. But it's like in those 2 situations, they took their opponent lightly and then they won it back. Izzy did not take Pereira lightly. He just lost. And then he came back and won it in heroic fashion. And then he took his opponent lightly, but then also got the living shit beat out of him. So like, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Like I said, there's no right answer here. I'm just saying the reason why I would be very excited about a rematch is because Izzy's fucking life and career would be on the line. And so the stakes would be astronomical, and he's a huge star. I mean, like I said in my other video where I was saying, like, when I was giving credit to Sean, or additional credit, given the environment that he walked into, I was saying, like, dude, you got, like, people do not fucking get it if you haven't seen him fight live. Like, so put in the chat, if any of you guys have ever been there live when Izzy fights. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's crazy. I've never seen Conor live. I've seen Masvidal live twice. And he's obviously incredibly popular. He gets a fucking massive pop from the crowd. He's a huge star. But it's different. Like when Izzy fights, it's different. It's not just about like, this guy's a big star. There are certain guys that I just can't even explain it. It's like, I don't know. Like I'll sound like I was on fucking mushrooms when I saw it or something. Cause like he walks out and it looks like there's like a fucking glowing light around him. He's an enormous star. And I would imagine Conor is probably very similar. I will find out whenever he fights, because I would fucking sell one of my kids to make sure that I'm at that fight. I'm just kidding. But I would. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think because Izzy's such a huge star, and Dana already said that's what they want to do. I think it's what's probably going to happen, but we'll see. Sebastian Hunter, you can't sell a fight with a broken fighter. So that's what I'm saying. Like, aren't you guys interested to see if Izzy can pull it back together after getting broken like that in a fight? Like, that's one of my favorite stories ever is the story that Frank Mir told And this is actually, I mean, this is one of those things that came super full circle for me. You know, I remember in 2017, this is when I was, I mean, speaking of fucking being broken, this is after I had sold my company, everything, like I had the world by the balls, everything's going to the moon. I lost the thing that I thought I had. Then I still had the company, sold the company, made a couple $1 million, lost all of it, ended up unemployed, I lost every single thing that I could have. I was just I had just been completely, my life had been blown apart, dude, completely blown apart. And I remember listening to and this is when John Jones fought Daniel Cormier the second time when that fight was happening. And I remember exactly where I was listening to this, where Frank Mir was telling a story about training with John Jones and how John Jones said to him, he's like, about the first fight, he's like, no, I can't finish him in this fight. He was telling a story about training with John Jones before the first DC fight. And John Jones told Frank Mir, he's like, I can't finish him in this fight. In this fight, I have to break him because I'm going to have to fight him again. And so I need to break his fucking spirit in this fight, and then I'll finish him in the second fight. And I literally remember exactly where I was sitting when that happened. I was like downstairs, just miserable. And I was like, God, that's the most gangster shit ever. And then fast forward where I had completely put my life back together. The fucking channel had blown up. I was on Fight Companion with Shab and Frank Mir, and I asked him about that. And I told Frank to his face, I'm like, this is like one of my favorite stories I've ever heard about a UFC fighter. And I was like sitting there with Frank talking to him about a thing that happened when I was at the lowest point of my entire life. And I was like, it was like this weird moment of clarity. They're like, fuck, dude, I did it. Like I was at the bottom of the fucking ocean and I rebuilt myself. And here I am talking to Frank about this. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But like, if Izzy can come back from getting broken like that, you know, that would be an incredible achievement, in my opinion. Nasser Al-Mari, thank you very much for the super chat. Wouldn't a switch kick mess up the Philly shell, especially since Sean is too stubborn to shoot? P.S. I'm rooting for Sean. So, let me show you guys something. Dude, I completely forgot about this. Check this out. In response to that, let me show you something. Okay, so, dude, I saved this. I actually saved this for you guys specifically. Okay, check this out. So this is titled, "This is how Israel Adesanya used to fight pressure fighters." Check this. Like, just if you watch just this exchange right here, though, this is a completely different puzzle than Sean Strickland. Just because this guy's a pressure fighter, it's not the same thing. Like, look at how open this guy is. Like, the whole thing is that Strickland it doesn't give openings, right? Like, if you watch this sequence, like watch this guy, he looks, Sean Strickland walks forward and pressures him the whole time is not the thing. Like, as a matter of fact, like watching this actually is educational for me also, because everyone's saying like, oh, Izzy can't fight backing up. That's not what its problem was. It's that Izzy is a fucking surgeon. He's a surgical fighter who swings at targets. This dude, there's a target to swing at, okay? Like, this is not a fucking target, okay? This is what Izzy's looking at. So, like, you know, he goes straight, boom. He's like, that's not a target the way that Izzy thinks about it. This guy's wide open, and he's willing to go fucking bomb on him. Sean Strickland is in a shell that is impenetrable, it seems like. Let's watch this shit again. See, look at this. And also, just look at this. Like, from the beginning here, look how much less Izzy is throwing at this guy when this dude is covered up versus when this guy starts opening up. And Izzy just starts fucking bombing at him. Yeah. See, it's like that right there shows that's Strickland's defense is his asset. That is why Izzy was he was just confounded. Like, he couldn't find a target that he could hit. You know what I mean? Or swing at. Adam Watts, thank you very much. Izzy could have adjusted, but he broke because he felt humiliated during the fight for first underestimating, then stuck on this guy is beating me 40 chest. It's possible, dude. I mean, listen. He got caught with a right down the cock nuclear shot straight to the jaw, you know? Like, that's going to rattle your cage, especially, and I agree with you that, like, if you go, you know, if you go into a fight with in your mindset, what you said to Dana, what you said to your coaches, what you said to everyone is, I'm going to make this shit look easy. This is going to be fucking easy. And then even if you've had like decent success in the first round and then you almost get knocked out, he's never like, dude, even against Pereira in like in MMA, he's never been knocked out he's never taken a shot like that before. You know, like even against Pereira, he didn't get like hit with a shot and put down like he did when Strickland caught him at the end of the first. And so I agree, dude. That was probably demoralizing. That said, he did win the second round, you know, like he had a buffer in between when he took that shot and then when Strickland turned it on. I thought the third round was really close. I personally, after the third round, I texted my buddy Jojo. I was like, dude, because the second round, it was like the first round, clearly Strickland won. Second round, clearly Izzy won. Third round was close. And I just thought in my head, I'm like, I bet you the fucking judge is going to give that shit to Izzy. You know, like not because I thought he won necessarily. I just like, I bet you they would just, it was close enough that they might fuck him. You know, they might fuck Sean because Izzy's the champion. But then Sean really turned it on when Nixick was like, we didn't come out here to lose a fucking point decision. Get after him. And he did. Sick, dude. What else we got here? Gadget Beard, thank you very much. Why does Izzy get a rematch if an Aljo doesn't? Dana has him explain to do if he grants Izzy the rematch. Oh, I can explain that to you. I can explain it. Izzy is the most marketable middleweight that they have. Sean O'Malley is the most marketable bantamweight that they have. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like that. Like that's the crux of what's so fucked up about UFC in general, is that the belt is just this mechanism to create the illusion that this sport works like other sports, and it doesn't. You know, it just doesn't. It's not the same thing. You know, the NFL opening week was Thursday through yesterday, and the NFL is really straightforward. It's high stakes like fighting because you really can't lose a lot of games. You have to win, but your record is going to dictate if you make it to the playoffs. And then if you win the playoff game, you move on to the next one. It's like, it is an actual bracketed, systematic, game where you're going to find out who the champion is. Fighting is just not like that. It's not. It's a business, and you just have this like imaginary belt, like you just have this like imaginary belt where like this guy's the world champion, until a guy has defended the belt like 3 times. You're not even sure that they're necessarily the best guy in the world. You know what I mean? It's like how many you have a guy that wins the belt. It's a good stylistic matchup. And then the next guy that's kind of a weird stylistic matchup beats him in a way that the other champion was not capable of doing. And you're like, oh, okay, this guy's the world champion. It's just fucking weird. And so like the UFC is a business that sells, that makes their revenue nut based on pay-per-view sales, and pay-per-view sales are based on how marketable a fighter is. And so like I was just talking to these guys about this today, the Osundaira brothers, about how Stipe Miocic, it's like, dude, you look at his record and you look at what this guy did throughout his career. He's a Cleveland firefighter who won 4 consecutive first-round knockouts going into the Francis Ngannou fight, which he won and then he lost to DC, and then he won 2 consecutive, and no one cares when he fights, which is so crazy because he's so exciting to watch. And it's just because like he just doesn't have it on the microphone, And honestly, I thought Aljo did great in the pregame of the O'Malley fight. He just, O'Malley is the guy that they've been grooming all along. I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to win, and then he fucking got it done. And now he's the champion. And the Cheeto Vera fight is a grudge match. He lost to Cheeto. Cheeto is extremely marketable. And I think the UFC is nervous about putting Aljo back in there with Sean because they think, if he does grab a hold of him, he's got a good chance of beating him, and they want O'Malley to be the champion. But candidly, dude, O'Malley fucking knocked him out, man. I mean, I don't think you're going to get better than 50-50 odds now. Like O'Malley was a huge underdog. Now is, you know what I mean? Is he still an underdog? I don't think so. But man, Dana's so pissed about that Drickus fight, dude. You know what else too? is the UFC wants to go to Africa, right? Like they're trying actively to get into Africa. And it's like they had it, dude. They had it right there where, although I think, they were going to do that fight here anyway. So never mind. I mean, honestly, like, why the fuck wouldn't they have done that Drickus and Izzy? As a matter of fact, that's probably exactly what they were going to do. Probably they were going to do the Strickland and Izzy fight. And if Izzy beat Strickland, they were going to do the Drickus and Izzy fight in Africa once they booked this one. I don't know that, but Urban Paradise, thank you for the super chat. Izzy got stung in the first, then learned the power of the Philly shell. There's a reason Floyd used it. Yeah, it's true, dude. Thank you for the super chat. But also, no one's ever used that well in MMA before. No one's ever really used it well in MMA before. And also, it's kind of like, it's not that dissimilar from a pure Muay Thai stance. Like if you watched Anthony Smith's last fight, when he came out against, oh my God. Ryan Spann. When he came out against Spann, and he came out straight up knee up, pure Muay Thai stance, real Muay Thai stance. And it was like, oh shit. And you knew why, is because if you know for sure that the fight cannot go to the ground, then a pure Muay Thai stance is super, super advantageous because you can block your body. You can use your, if you can connect, it's like jiu-jitsu. If you can connect your knee and your elbow, you're safe, but you can't normally do that because you're so heavy on your, so heavy up here that if someone shoots on you, you're going to get taken down instantly. You can't sprawl. But Anthony knows there's no fucking way that Ryan Spann is going to shoot on him because he caught him in a triangle last time. That's the last thing that Spann's going to do. So he comes out with a pure Muay Thai stance. And, it's like styles make fights also. I have no idea what that Philly shell looks like in the event that Strickland ends up fighting Hamzat. You know what I mean? Like what? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Oops. What else we got? Let's see. Oh my God, I'm way behind. All right, I just got caught up. Where are we at? What's up, Dan? Dude, so I found this. If I ever looked into Mac Life reporter Oscar Willis, he's a degenerate, needs to be exposed. I have not. Send me something on him. Anyway, but dude, I found this Instagram account, and this guy did a meme, and it was oh man, it's so bad, dude. It's so funny though. It's Chandler with his son, and he's like, Chandler said that he got the N-word pass from his son. I was like, wow, dude, that is. When people do these anonymous Instagram accounts where no one can see who they actually are, they can just drop the most ridiculous shit ever, dude. I want to find hang on, let me find it because they had some other really, really, really funny shit in there. Hang on, because I want to give them a little shine. Oh fuck, I missed this from. I missed a message from Guru somehow. Where the fuck is it, dude? Brawl season is fucking hilarious too. Go follow Brawl season, dude. God, where is this, dude? Jesus, I am way behind. Where is it? Oh my God, I forgot. You guys want to see me do an event live stream with Jordan Levitt? I think we're gonna do like a fight companion. Where the fuck is this, dude? Whatever, I can't find it. It's hilarious though. What else? I'd love it if Aljo got the same respect and excuses from Dana that he gives the last dog, but it's just about numbers. You know, it's just about numbers. Like it's not rocket science. It's not, I don't think it's personal at all. I did see that. I saw the Logan versus Dylan face off. And I actually, dude, I messaged Dylan. Let me see if Dylan responded to me. Because, you know, Logan always goes after Dylan on the, about the, oh, there we go. Yeah. Because like Logan went after Dylan about like the fucking, about the bouncer that strangled him. And I'm like, I don't understand how anybody lets people get away with that one, at least. Like, I'm not saying like whether you like Dylan, don't like Dylan. I don't understand how anyone lets people slide on that fucking the bouncer strangled him thing. He had just gotten surgery on his fucking knee and he was in a knee brace. Okay. Like when they tried to pick him up, his leg slides out from under him because he can't bend his fucking knee. Like he's literally in a knee brace with a dead straight leg and a guy choked him. In addition to the fact that, you know, Dylan Dennis is a fucking nuclear killer on the ground and the guy crossed his feet with his hooks in, which means that if Dylan Dennis had access to both of his legs, he would have just broken the guy's ankle in 1 second. Like literally in 1 second. The guy crossed his feet in between Dylan's legs. Dylan would have foot locked him over his own ankle and broken his leg or broken his ankle literally just like that. But he didn't, his leg's in a brace, dude. I don't like, it's so weird, dude. I don't understand. Like no one ever says anything about that. There's like, oh, he got choked by a bouncer. I'm like, but like Dylan doesn't even defend himself on it either, which is really fucking weird to me. There's not a lot to gain from it. You know, like if you start defending yourself. Yeah. Yeah. He just had surgery. Like if you go watch the like the tape or whatever and watch when they pull Dylan up, you can't see it because he has you can't see the brace very well because it's like it's over his jeans or something, but his leg just like slides right under because that's why he's been out for so long. He had knee surgery and that's right when it happened. Let me see something here though. Because here, what do you guys think about this? So after Logan editing the footage, now the full thing is released. Who won the face-off? 65% said Dylan. This kind of thing is kind of just like, you know, who are you hoping wins, I think, though. Yuzefa, what's up, dog? How do you think, or what do I think about Izzy versus Duplessis next, Strickland versus Hamzat if he wins, and then the winner each? That's, dude, you're the one who's, you when you texted me that, I was like, I agree. And then that's what I've been saying on all my videos. I'm like, I think that's probably the best thing. The only reason that now I would prefer to see Izzy in an immediate rematch is because of the stakes for him. His fucking life is on the line in this fight. And because Strickland broke him in the last fight, I'm really curious to see if Izzy can fucking pull it together, you know, center himself, train specifically for Strickland, come back, and then win after that. You know what I mean? And also, if Strickland beats Izzy again, and also, and to the people, like, and someone else made a really good point on this stream that, like, if you're a real fan of Strickland, there is no question that if they do the Izzy rematch, he will make the maximum money by a mile. You know, it's not an insult to the rest of the division, dude. That's not true. That's not true. And I'll show you exactly why. Hang on. Watch this, dude. Izzy has beat fucking everyone, dude. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, Izzy comes to the UFC. Rob Wilkinson wins. Okay, beats Marvin Vettori, beats Brad Tavares, beats Derek Brunson, beats Anderson Silva, beats Kelvin Gastelum for the interim belt, knocks out Robert Whittaker, beats Yoel Romero, beats Paulo Costa, goes up to 205. This loss doesn't count. It's not at 185. Beats Marvin Vettori, beats Robert Whittaker again, beats Jared Cannonier, loses to Alex Pereira, beats Alex Pereira, loses to Sean Strickland. He has fucking beat everyone. You know? Everyone. No fucking way. That is not true. Yoel Romero did not win that fight. He threw no punches. You could say if he would have thrown some fucking strikes, he might have won. That's fair. But he didn't. He did not throw any punches, and he blew his chance. I agree with this. Sean became a star that night. Agree. But not just that night. I think he became a star over that entire, press conference all the way through, And honestly, if he beats Izzy again, come on, dude. And I was just watching. So like I was saying, so I just upload. Let me see if it's up now. Yep, it is. Okay. So I just uploaded and released another members only members only video where I was reading through, I'll comment on this one in a second because I do have a comment to this. So I did a new members only video where I was going through Sean Strickland's, people negative tweeting at Sean Strickland. If you want to join members only, you just go on a computer and then you click join next to subscribe, and then you can watch all the members only shit. There's 25 videos up there. That one, I was making fun of people who were talking shit to Strickland on Twitter, but there's a 3-minute video where Strickland's telling a story about Chris Curtis and Kevin Lee's brother and this whole racist thing. And it's just it's so obvious he's definitely 100% not racist. And so I just, the more that people see of him, the better their opinion of him is going to be, It's just, Disney owns ESPN. Sean has talked about the Nazi thing, and those guys are all looking for, a Nazi boogeyman. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But oh yeah, here we go. Rob won the second fight. Jesse, you aren't dumb. So here's the thing about that. I was at the second Rob fight in the front row of the lower section. And I say that in terms of my opinion is going to be less good than anyone else's. You always have a better opinion if you watch it on television than if you're there, for the most part. You can't see as well. It's not possible. I was literally eye level, but there's still the cage. There's still the thing there. When I got, we got back to the hotel, everybody's talking about it in the fucking elevator and stuff. Half the people thought Rob won, but I just didn't feel like I had any better or not. My opinion's probably not as good as everyone else's, What did Izzy say? He was sick. No, Izzy said that everybody should keep talking shit and then watch him rise. Watch him rise. And I want to see. Trust your opinion. I think you're tripping on. How am I? I'm not even making a statement about Izzy. I can't be tripping for Izzy. I'm saying I want to see if Izzy can come back from getting broken in the cage like that. He got his fucking ass kicked straight up. Rewatch. I don't need to are you talking about fucking the Rob fight? I don't need to rewatch it, dude. I know it was close enough that people were back and forth on it, Do I think that Colby's underestimated? I feel like a lot of people didn't watch his fights against Usman. That's something I've talked about with people a bunch offline, is how I do think that. I think people underestimate Colby because they're like, who's he fought, man? Who's he fought? Look at his wins. And that's actually kind of fair. But what I always say is, I'm like, dude, the reason why you know how good he is because of his 2 losses to Kamaru. That's how you know how good he is. Because Kamaru destroyed everyone else and fought Colby essentially to a stalemate twice, So it is what it is. All right, I am going to jump off. I got to get ready, and then I got to go to jiu-jitsu. I will be at Six Blades in an hour. So love you guys. Thank you guys all for the super chats. Thanks for hanging out. I will, there's a new members only video up, and I put one up on Jesse on Fire after hours. So you can watch that stuff too. Love you guys. Peace.